The Florida State Seminoles, a team steeped in tradition and known for its dominance on the gridiron. From the legendary Bobby Bowden era to the present, the Seminoles have consistently been a force to be reckoned with in college football. The Garnet and Gold have represented excellence, resilience, and an unwavering will to win. The Seminoles boast a devoted fan base that creates an electrifying atmosphere at Doak Campbell Stadium, one of the most hostile environments for opposing teams. The echoes of past victories reverberate through the stadium, reminding everyone of the legacy that the Seminoles carry. The Seminoles have a storied history of producing NFL stars who have left their mark on the professional game. This legacy of greatness makes the Seminoles an integral part of college football's fabric. However, the Seminoles' recent journey has been marked by unexpected turbulence. The team's performance has left fans and analysts searching for answers as the Seminoles strive to reclaim their position at the top. The Seminoles suffered a shocking loss that sent shockwaves through the college football world. Questions arose, doubts lingered, and the team's ability to compete at the highest level was called into question. The loss exposed vulnerabilities that had been masked by previous victories, forcing a period of introspection and adjustment. The defeat became a turning point, a stark reminder that even the most storied programs are not immune to the unpredictable nature of college football. The Seminoles now face the challenge of regrouping, reassessing, and proving that they can overcome adversity and reclaim their place among the elite. Despite the recent setback, the spirit of the Seminoles remains unbroken. The team is determined to learn from its mistakes, make the necessary adjustments, and emerge stronger than ever before. The legacy of the Florida State Seminoles is etched in the annals of college football history. With 3 national championships and numerous conference titles, the Seminoles have established themselves as one of the most successful programs in the sport. These victories are a testament to the hard work, dedication, and unwavering spirit that have come to define Seminole football. The echoes of past triumphs serve as a source of inspiration for the current generation of players, reminding them of the standard of excellence that is expected of them. The Seminoles' legacy is not just about winning, it's about overcoming challenges, embracing adversity, and emerging stronger on the other side. The 2023 season began with a mix of anticipation and uncertainty for the Florida State Seminoles. Coming off a respectable 10-3 record the previous year, the Seminoles were eager to prove they were poised for a return to national prominence. The season opener pitted them against the Duquesne Dukes, an FCS opponent expected to be a tune-up game for the Seminoles. As expected, Florida State dominated the game, showcasing their offensive firepower and defensive prowess. The Seminoles secured a resounding 47-7 victory, setting the stage for what promised to be an exciting season. The win over Duquesne was a confidence booster, but tougher challenges awaited the Seminoles in the weeks to come. The team knew they had to maintain their focus and continue to improve if they wanted to compete for a championship. The Seminoles' first major test came in Week 1 against the LSU Tigers, a top 10 team and serious playoff contender. The game was a rematch of last year's thrilling opener, played in an electric atmosphere in Orlando. The Seminoles started fast with a balanced offense and stifling defense. They secured a statement 45-24 victory, proving they are a legitimate national title contender. After their impressive victory over LSU, the Seminoles continued their winning ways, cruising through their next 2 games against Southern Miss and Boston College. They entered their Week 5 matchup against the Clemson Tigers undefeated and ranked among the top teams in the nation. The game against Clemson was highly anticipated as it was a rematch of the previous year's contest. Clemson, a perennial powerhouse, was eager to avenge their earlier loss. The Seminoles, on the other hand, were looking to solidify their position as a top contender. The game lived up to the hype, with both teams battling back and forth in a tense and closely contested affair. However, in a stunning turn of events, the Seminoles suffered their first loss of the season, falling to the Clemson Tigers by a score of 34-28. At the heart of the Seminoles' offensive surge was quarterback Jordan Travis. Travis, a dual-threat quarterback, had emerged as one of the most exciting players in college football. His ability to make plays both with his arm and his legs made him a nightmare for opposing defenses. Travis had developed into a more polished passer, showing improved accuracy and decision-making. He had a knack for extending plays with his mobility, buying time for his receivers to get open downfield. Through the first 5 games of the season, Travis had thrown for over 1,200 yards and 11 touchdowns, while also rushing for over 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. His ability to keep plays alive and make something out of nothing made him a true difference maker for the Seminoles. Complementing Travis in the backfield was a talented group of running backs. Leading the charge was Trey Benson, a powerful and explosive runner. Benson had a rare combination of size, speed, and agility, making him a threat to break off big runs every time he touched the ball. He had a knack for finding holes in the offensive line and exploding through them for significant gains. Through the first 5 games, Benson had rushed for over 500 yards and 6 touchdowns, averaging over 6 yards per carry. His ability to wear down defenses and control the clock was crucial to the Seminoles' success. In addition to Benson, the Seminoles had a capable backup in Lawrence Tofili, a shifty and elusive back who provided a change of pace. While the Seminoles' offense garnered much of the attention, their defense had also been playing at a high level. The Seminoles' defense was led by a ferocious defensive line, anchored by Jared Verse. Verse, a transfer from Jacksonville State, had quickly made his presence felt in Tallahassee. He was a disruptive force, constantly pressuring opposing quarterbacks and wreaking havoc in the backfield. His ability to get into the backfield and disrupt plays made him a nightmare for opposing offenses. In addition to Verse, the Seminoles had a talented group of linebackers led by Tatum Bethune. Bethune was a tackling machine, consistently making plays all over the field. He had a nose for the ball and was always around the ball carrier. His ability to read plays and react quickly allowed him to be in the right place at the right time. The Seminoles' secondary, while still a work in progress, had shown flashes of brilliance. They were led by safety Jamie Robinson, a ball-hawking safety who was always looking to make a play on the ball. Robinson had a knack for coming up with interceptions and pass breakups, and his ability to read quarterbacks made him a valuable asset to the Seminoles' defense. Head coach Mike Norvell had been instrumental in the Seminoles' resurgence. Known for his offensive ingenuity and ability to develop quarterbacks, Norvell had brought a new energy and excitement to Tallahassee. His arrival in 2020 was met with high expectations, and while the team experienced some growing pains in his first 2 seasons, the progress they made in 2022 was undeniable. Norvell's offensive philosophy centered around a fast-paced, up-tempo attack designed to keep defenses off balance. He emphasized spreading the field, utilizing pre-snap motion, and creating mismatches that his playmakers could exploit. Norvell's system relied heavily on the quarterback's ability to make quick decisions and distribute the ball accurately, and Jordan Travis had flourished under his tutelage. One of the key adjustments Norvell made during the 2023 season was tailoring the offense to fit Travis's strengths. Recognizing Travis's dual-threat capabilities, Norvell incorporated more designed quarterback runs and red option plays into the playbook. This not only allowed Travis to utilize his athleticism but also kept defenses guessing, making it more difficult for them to contain the Seminoles' rushing attack. Norvell also recognized the importance of establishing a strong running game to take pressure off Travis. He emphasized a physical, downhill running style that wore down opposing defenses as the game progressed. The combination of Travis's playmaking ability and the emergence of Trey Benson as a legitimate running threat made the Seminoles' offense one of the most dynamic in the country. On the defensive side of the ball, Norvell made a significant change during the offseason, bringing in veteran coordinator Adam Fuller. Fuller, known for his aggressive and attacking style of defense, had previously coached at Memphis and UCF. His arrival brought a renewed emphasis on creating turnovers and pressuring the quarterback. Fuller implemented a multiple front defense that allowed him to disguise coverages and bring pressure from different angles. He emphasized a swarming mentality, encouraging his defenders to play with relentless effort and pursue the ball carrier with a vengeance. The Seminoles' defense responded well to Fuller's coaching, showing marked improvement in their tackling, pass coverage, and overall discipline. Section 4. The importance of discipline. Beyond the X's and O's, Norvell stressed the importance of discipline, accountability, and attention to detail. He instilled a culture of hard work and dedication, demanding that his players give maximum effort both on and off the field. Norvell understood that success in football, especially at the highest level, required more than just talent. It required mental toughness, a strong work ethic, and a commitment to excellence in all aspects of the game. He constantly challenged his players to push themselves beyond their comfort zones and strive for greatness in everything they did. This emphasis on discipline and accountability was evident in the Seminoles' improved play, particularly in their reduced penalties and turnovers. Section 1. High hopes and lofty expectations. Expectations were sky high in Tallahassee as the Seminoles entered the second half of the 2023 season. The victory over LSU ignited a spark of belief in the team and among the fan base. The Seminoles were now seen as legitimate contenders for the ACC championship and a potential playoff berth. Analysts praised their explosive offense and improved defense. The energy surrounding the program was palpable, with a sense of optimism that hadn't been felt in years. Section 2. A chance for redemption. The Seminoles had a chance for redemption against their arch-rivals, the Florida Gators, in their annual end-of-season showdown. The Gators, like the Seminoles, were experiencing a resurgence under their new head coach, Billy Napier. The rivalry between Florida and Florida State was one of the fiercest in college football, dating back decades. The two teams were located just a few hours apart, and the game was always a highly anticipated event for both fan bases. The Seminoles had dominated the rivalry in recent years, winning 4 of the previous 5 matchups. However, with both teams playing at a high level, the 2023 edition of the game promised to be a classic. The Seminoles knew that a victory over the Gators would not only give them bragging rights for the year, but also keep their championship aspirations alive. However, the unpredictable nature of college football was on full display as the season progressed. Injuries began to take their toll on the Seminoles, with key players missing time due to various ailments. The depth of the team was tested, and younger, less experienced players were thrust into prominent roles. The Seminoles also faced their share of adversity on the field. They suffered a heartbreaking loss to Wake Forest in a game that came down to the wire. The Demon Deacons, known for their high-powered offense, exploited some weaknesses in the Seminoles' secondary. Despite the loss, the Seminoles remained in contention for the ACC championship game, but they would need help from other teams. As the season drew to a close, the Seminoles found themselves in a familiar position, needing a victory in their final regular season game to secure a spot in the ACC championship game. Their opponent, the Miami Hurricanes, a team they had defeated earlier in the season. The Hurricanes, however, were much improved since their earlier encounter, and they were eager to play spoiler to the Seminoles' championship hopes. The game was a back-and-forth affair, with both teams trading touchdowns. The Seminoles' offense was not as explosive as it had been earlier in the season, as they struggled to find a rhythm against a stingy Miami defense. The Hurricanes, on the other hand, seemed to make all the right plays when it mattered most. As the clock ticked down, the Seminoles found themselves trailing by a field goal. The weight of the moment rested heavily on the shoulders of Jordan Travis as he took the snap. The Seminoles, trailing by 3 points with seconds remaining, were one play away from seeing their championship dreams vanish. Travis dropped back to pass, his eyes scanning the field for an open receiver. The pocket began to collapse around him, but he remained calm under pressure. Just as he was about to get sacked, Travis heaved a desperation pass towards the end zone, a Hail Mary prayer launched into the night sky. The crowd at Doak Campbell Stadium held its collective breath, their eyes fixed on the trajectory of the ball. Time seemed to stand still as the ball sailed through the air, carrying with it the hopes and dreams of an entire fan base. The ball fell incomplete. The Miami Hurricanes stormed the field in celebration, their upset victory secured. The Seminoles, their heads bowed in disappointment, watched as their rivals rejoiced. Despite the disappointing end, the Seminoles had much to be proud of. They played with heart, determination, and an unwavering belief in themselves. Their journey was a roller coaster of emotions, but they showed resilience and an unbreakable spirit. The disappointment of 2023 will fuel their desire to reach new heights.